Hey everybody, it's homebrew time. As you know, I restarted my homebrew beer kit, and I use Festa Brew, which is a really easy way to make homebrew. You just take a bladder of wort, dump it into the bucket, and fiddle around for about a month, and bingo, beer, done. So I've moved up to the next step, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so I went to the beer store, and I wanted more of a West Coast Pale Ale, which people here seem to like a lot. So they gave me this kit, which is the next step up. Is around the same price, $35 here. It's from Cascade. And when you open up the box, you get obviously some instructions. But you got all your malts and extracts and everything, even a little sock here, and all your hops and barley and malt and all that. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to do the boiling, creating the wort stage here. So we got our pot, we got our water starting to heat up. And we just need our regular beer making equipment here, which I just sanitized my bucket and a couple measuring cups and my spoons, and let's get it going. Alright, so we got 5 liters of water getting warmed up. The instructions say hot to the touch but not boiling, so which is, I guess, this. I don't have a thermometer, but they say use an educated guess. So I took the grains, put it into the sock or the cheesecloth bag, and now what I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to put it in the water like that, and I'm just going to steep it just like tea. So we'll do that for 20 minutes. Alright, so it's been 20 minutes of steeping, so we're just going to dunk the bag a few more times, and we'll take this grain and put it in our compost and start with the second process. Alright, next step is to start adding the extract. Stir that in, and we're going to bring up the heat to a boil. Alright, we got a boil. So now we got our boil, we're going to put in our boiling hops, like that, and we're going to boil this for 30 minutes. So our boiling hops has been boiling for about 22 minutes. We're going to add our flavor hops here. Now the hops are used to balance the sweetness of the malts, so we're going to add some flavor based on the recipe, and then once that's done in the last minute, we'll have our finish hops right here. Alright, so now we're adding 4 liters of cold water into our primary fermenter, and now we're going to dump the hot liquid into it. Alright, so now we're just going to top it up to 23 liters, and we'll get our yeast ready. Alright, so here's our yeast. Now we have here 3/4 cup of lukewarm water, and we're just going to sprinkle this in, let it sit for a few minutes, and then we'll give it a stir and put it into our primary fermenter. Let our yeast sit for 10 minutes, give it a good stir. So now I'm just going to put it in and give that a good stir. So now this becomes just like a Festa Brew kit. Just put our lid around the top here. We don't need to close it or snap it shut, and we'll let this sit for 2 to 3 days. Alright, so we're 3 days after the initial placement in the bucket here. So what I've done here is, or what I'm doing now is the racking process, which is to transfer this from the bucket to our carboy. You notice it's still a little bit cloudy, so we're gonna airlock it, and we're gonna let it ferment for another 7 to 10 days. And after that, we'll transfer it back to the bucket and do the bottling process.